Don't video me while I'm putting combination in. Somebody will come steal my $300 Porsche.
So today, we're going to provide an intro to Batcave Motorsports. But first, before we head that way, we can see what's coming in the future. Soon to be Success Garage. Maybe by 2020? Who knows? Another thing some of you may have been wondering, where is Sucks? Sitting right here. Sitting for a year or more, simply because I haven't had the time. Being a parent of 3 boys, I don't have much time to do things anymore. So the Sucks has been sitting here waiting for an engine. I got the engine all tore apart in the basement and just haven't taken the time to do anything with it. So yeah, just an empty engine bay for now. Also got my rally car, which is in perfectly running condition, except for the fact that I removed the intake pipe in favor of putting on an intercooler, which is going to take some fabrication. This was the original pipe, and that intercooler is going to go in its place, and I'll be able to turn up the boost. No idea why I would want to do that. So for now, it's just sitting here with Sucks, waiting for attention. And so that's the update on my stuff for now.
Challenges are fabricating motor mounts, which we can do, and exhaust, which we can do, and the wiring, which is always my biggest challenge. Anyway, there it is. That's out of a parts car. Other projects. Oh, the Porsche. Oh, here's a little project, a mini project. I bought these wheels when I had money. They're magnesium front wheels from a 92, I think a Lola IndyCar. Not original, they're made by an aftermarket company in Indianapolis. Magnesium, aluminum castings, limited. I'm trying to figure out how I can put them on a car. They'll need adapters. The wheels were cheap. I'm coming to the conclusion that all the hardware to do a center lock wheel on any car is going to be like over $1,000 just to adapt them, bolt them on. Anyway.
You want to move that out of the way?
Yeah.
Show my butt crack to the camera.
All right, that's good. 87 Porsche 944. Got dumped on my driveway. Paid $300 for it. The story there is my friend John said, "You want a Porsche? $300." I said, "Send me photos." He sent a couple pictures that weren't too terribly descriptive. I said, "Does it run?" He said, "Hell no." So we're doing the dirty gas tank fuel pump. We actually had it running nicely. Drove it around for a while, and the fuel pump died, so I think something's migrated from the dirty fuel. So I have a new filter, new pump on the way. It's not bad. It's corroded underneath, but the body is straight. Got a power steering leak there. But it actually started, ran. We had to clean the injectors out. Oh, it had a bent rear wheel. I got a couple of cheap. It's actually running 15x7s on the back, 15x6s on the front. Zoom in on those lovely Michelins there. You can see the cracks in them. They're about ready to fall off. Once we can get it and keep it running and driving, clean off those brakes. But anyway, it works. I've got my test hose up there to make sure that I've got flow to the fuel rail before the jumper wire here for testing the many fuel pumps it seems to be consuming before it turns into a project. So we'll see. This might be a lawn ornament project, as I call them. Or it might be driver. It might be a flipper. I don't know. It actually, when it was towed here, it got dented front and back, so I've done some awful body work there. Drilled holes in it, but it's not horrible. It's like a car that was owned and loved. Second owner parked it when it was broken, again probably, and let it sit forever. Kind of cool cars. My Porsche. Never been able to say that before. You want to go up in the driveway? I got more projects. Here, let's go out the back. Alright, here's another car that's been a owning and driving project. The big thing we did on this was swap the automatic out for a 6-speed. So that involved a lot of work and a long time. It's a 2002 Audi S6 4.2 liter 340 horsepower V8 motor under the hood. Right now I have motor mounts on the way, power steering pump. Anyway, yeah, this has been, I'm trying to think, I've had this about 4 or 5 years now. So a couple little projects upcoming on this. Power steering pump, motor mounts, and then after that probably a timing belt. 2004 Audi A4, couldn't resist. $1,500 car, needs a head gasket. It actually runs and drives like a car that needs a head gasket. It, you know, gets up and goes, the turbo boosts properly, but it's, yeah, it's definitely, I think I'll take this out and put it in the dishwasher if my wife will let me, or leave me alone in the house. Leave me home alone. Might have to wait till she goes back to work, but I think that'll be the best thing to do with this, is throw it in the dishwasher and clean it out. Beautiful interior. Look how nice that car is, though. That's actually nicer than my wagon. Beautiful interior. So I have all the head gasket stuff for that, and then the mighty supercharged MR2. This has been a very reliable, fun car. It needs a clutch again. It does smoky burnouts at the autocross course quite frequently. That's about all that old clutch was used up with. Supercharged 4AGZE Toyota. I'm 6'4", 230 pounds, and because there's no motor up front, these things, I realized when I was a much younger man that I could fit in them, like when they were new cars. And I drove one. I said, boy, this is fun. Someday I'll own one. I have a new fender for it. Needs body work, but it's pretty much together. There we go. Wife's beater. Well, it's actually the nice daily. It's not really a beater. We run the wheels off of it.
It's all stock.
All stock. Brand new head gaskets.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jake.
Wonder who did that.
And that's the Eurovan. I forgot I got another project.
Oh. Available for purchase.
Can you do me a YouTube for sale ad on my Eurovan?
Buy for sale, he's going cheap.
Anyway, this here is a 1992 Volkswagen Eurovan minivan. Show them that cool exhaust I built. It's a 5-cylinder, 5-speed, front-wheel drive, transverse engine, for sale. It's marked down to move out. Doesn't run right now. This might be another little project. It's troubleshooting the Eurovan to figure out why all of a sudden it quit starting at cranks like crazy. Doesn't seem to be any power to the gauges, any power to the ECUs. I've had this about 8 years. It has seats that go in the back, but I wanted a truck, so I took the family out.
The bumper.
Oh, the bumper was sliced and diced. It was my early, see if I can do fiberglass. So I'm hoping the one for the elQUANTUMino turns out much better based on the lessons I learned screwing this up. It's a little crooked, but it looks pretty cool. And I think I could fix it again, but leaks power steering like a sieve, engine pulls like a tank. It's all the power you need to beat around town.
When it was running.
When it was running. Here's a little brake line. I ran a new one up and realized I'd have to take the engine out to get the old one out, so I routed it a different way and fixed a leaky brake line. There you go. I'd sell this cheap. Oh, Jake, your turn. Here,
the daily.
Hand me that camera. Tell us all about this thing you drive to work every day.
It's a beater. One heck of a beater. It's pretty much made from spare parts. I bought it with a blown engine after I wrecked my wagon of the same color and body style that I had.
And you got some different rims with adapters?
Yeah, these rims and the tires were gifts from Chris Fritz. I stuck on the car, had to buy some wheel adapters to put them on there just to, you know, have some summer rubber for this year. I want to lower the front a little bit more. I have a set of lowering springs that I'll just put on the front because the rear is already lowered a little. Front end off of an STI. Basically just junk I had laying around. It may look like it's a turbo Subaru, but it's not. It's naturally aspirated. It's got a lot of miles on it. It's a good little
fabbed
beater.
up some cool brackets for those LED
fog lights
on the bottom and in the grill.
And the light bar.
And
out where I live, lights are key, or else you're gonna find a deer in no time. All right.
this Cletus driving his C8 Corvette?
Yeah, he blew it up.
Did he already?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Blowed her up!
My wife made steaks last night. They were awesome. You gonna put it in nose first or butt first?
Phrasing.
Butt first.
Phrasing.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we can.
Swing the rear most of the way.
Hey, phrase it.
What?
Ball bearings and a.
Oh no! We're breaking it!
Yeah.
More jack?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we get the jack into that one.
Do the usual jack and jerk?
So we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
I don't see it getting any better. The ass needs to go this way. Well, it's not gonna go straight. It needs to go this way.
Back about 3 feet.
Great. Zoom with it. Midland.
How much pressure that is, but some's better than none.
Some rust killer. I never ever even painted the backside of these.
Yeah.
Brand new drive shaft. Big into lines all the way. See, I got the poly subframe bushings here. Yeah, I'm gonna. Loose cobwebs off the bottom before I turn the compressor off.